Hello, today's lesson is lesson 7-3 and it's called Finding Missing Numbers in a Multiplication Table. You know how to use a multiplication table to find the product of two factors. Today you will learn to use a multiplication table to find answers to division problems. So to go back to the last slide, we reviewed this morning about how to use a multiplication table to find answers to multiplication problems. If you were trying to find, for example, 3 times 4, you would find 3 in the gray column at the top, and you would also find 4 on the gray column to the left. You would trace your fingers along those lines until you got to the box where your fingers came together, and that would be your answer. 3 times 4 is 12, as shown on this table. What does the word division mean? We talked about how division means sharing in equal groups, or division can also mean repeated subtraction. How is division different from multiplication? It's related to multiplication, kind of in the same way that addition's related to subtraction. In some ways it's kind of like the opposite of multiplication. It's taking a big number and splitting it into equal groups, whereas multiplication is taking equal groups and finding out what they multiply up to as a big number. Suppose you have 18 pencils. You want to put them into groups of 3. If you want to find out how many groups you have, what operation should you use? Multiplication or division? We pictured this in our minds and we realized it would be division. How can you find 18 divided by 3 on a multiplication table? So if you had a word problem like we just did, how would you use this table to solve it? You have 3 steps to find the answer to a division problem on a multiplication table. Your first step is to find the smaller number in your division problem. Here it's 3. I found 3 on the multiplication chart. Then follow that column until you get down to the big number in your problem, down to 18, because it's 18 divided by 3. Your last step, finally, is to follow that row, go along to your left until you get to the shaded bar. The number in the shaded bar is your answer. Try this one with a multiplication table. 24 divided by 6 equals n, which means a mystery number. You can also think of it as 6 times that mystery number equals 24. Pause the video if you need to think about it. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. How about this one? 81 divided by 9 equals a mystery number. 9 times a mystery number equals 81. 81 divided by 9 equals 9. One more. 20 divided by 4 equals a mystery number. 4 times a mystery number equals 20. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. Here's one that was difficult for students today. Anna has 72 jars of pickles. She can place 8 jars into a carton. How many cartons will she need? And then the second part of the question, what if she could place 9 jars in a carton? To solve this with the multiplication table, we started by finding 8 in the shaded bar at the top of the multiplication table. We dragged our fingers down that column until we got to 72, and then when we saw the 72, we moved to the left until we got to the shaded bar that goes on the left, and we found that the answer was 9. 72 divided by 8 is 9. Now that's only one part of this question. The other part says, what if she could place 9 jars in a carton? Well, same thing. Find the 9 at the top of the multiplication chart, go all the way down to get to 72, and then go left until you get to the shaded bar on the left. Now you know 72 divided by 9 equals 8. 2 parts to the answer, 9 cartons and 8 cartons. And we show that those are 2 different answers with a little semicolon or a comma in between the answers. How can you use a multiplication table to solve a division problem? We reviewed that by talking to a partner about it. That was it for today.